So, I want to react to this, the Jenny Mai and the Jeezy story, right? We've been heard about a lot of this about if you even cared, right? Um, it's been for a week or two, so I wanted to listen to a bit more about it and give my thoughts about it, react to it. But this is from a creator, Riva TV. She's cool. She's a cool creator. Um, I want to watch it. Check it out.
Is all of the women in my comments who were dragging me about talking about Jeannie Mai and we're talking about Jeezy ain't this and he ain't that and he ain't no catch and I don't support women and I don't this and all of the things that you guys were saying to me about Miss Jeannie Mai. All of y'all owe me an apology. Okay? I want to see all of you guys come right back and give me an apology for the things that I said in that video. And you want to know why? Because this reminds me very similarly to the Keke Palmer situation. You see, had a conversation. I'm gonna start with the Keke thing. Okay, I had a conversation with you guys on my channel, and I was talking about the Usher incident, and I was saying, we people look at you in a certain regard. And if your man is saying this, you need to not listen to the crowd. You need to not listen to the sisterhood. If you want to be with that man, you better respect the things that he said and don't, keep it cute, girl. You better go there, apologize, and work it out. You better go get your man before you end up alone. Then, when Keke and her baby father were posted up on social media, a Kikiing for her birthday at lunch, the sisterhood was mad. Oh, you see, this is why I stay out of people's business, because we was all supporting for her to go back to that and look like a goofy. When I sit here and I say, Jeannie,
it is crazy that what she's talking about, the Keke Palmer thing. If you watch, I have some videos on that too. How she's supposedly left her baby daddy, but tried to fix it, so she's back with him. Okay. Women were so supportive of her actions, right? Which led to the breakup. And they were so supportive of her being single. But it's like women are ridiculous in that sense, right? They are so supportive of women being single. And yet they're one of the biggest people that complain about singlehood, right? They complain about how hard it is, how lonely it is, how the dating market is terrible, how all this, it's just a never ending, complaint about things. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think it's just crazy that women are so supportive of other women just being alone. And then they get mad about women don't wanting to be alone. So, it is crazy.
Jeannie clearly said she had an attitude problem. She clearly said that there was some kind of issues that was going on that she had to work on. And she knew that if she did not work on those issues, that she would get left. Okay? She would be alone. I had the conversation not just in regards to just Jeannie, but other women who are in this same exact predicament, who are possibly on the brink of ruining their own relationships. Because they gotta have the last word. They gotta have a sassy attitude. They talking down or at their man instead of talking to him and communicating effectively. They're emasculating their man. When they get into an argument, they hit below the belt and just say anything. There's no boundaries. There's no respect level.
Now let me say some things, right? Some things that I heard about Jeezy, right? He has like two other baby mamas, right? I think he has besides the kid that he has with Jenny, he has three others, and he's left them too. Now, if let me guess, right? I'm guessing that Jeezy's the type of man that if you're not on his program, right? If you're not following his lead, he'll leave you. I think he's the type of man who's like, he's the type of man. I'm assuming that it's his way or the highway. You follow his lead, right? He doesn't take bullshit. He's not gonna, take crap from other people. So, I can see that why he's the type of man that has left his two baby mamas, and I'm assuming that, if they didn't follow his lead, they made the relationship bad for him in his eyes, he would leave them. So you gotta choose what type of man you want. If Jenny Mai was the type of woman that she really studied the situation, right? Studied the type of man Jeezy is. Well, you should know what type of man he is. You follow his lead, you follow his leadership, or you don't. I think Jeezy's the type of man that he's not gonna take bullshit. Whether it's good or bad, you chose him, right? You chose this man to marry, to be in a relationship with. So, in essence, you have to deal with it. Sometimes I think it's women. Women are ridiculous in the sense that you chose the man. How he acts, how he becomes, or how he is, well, you chose him. So in essence, you know what type of man he is. Some women like to think that, one, they could ignore it. Two, they could probably change it, or he will change down the road. And that's ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous to think that, oh, I want to change things up. I want to change. I believe that he would change. No, that's stupid. What the person is, you should take it as face value. That is what you're getting with, right? Jeezy's the type of man that's left two of his baby mamas, and he had two baby mamas. Most likely because they were unruly. They didn't follow his lead. He couldn't stand them. He couldn't stand attitude. He couldn't stand dealing with women that, wasn't on his program. Well, that's the type of man you chose. So, for you to, and I've seen videos where she said that she has an attitude. She's kind of hard to deal with sometimes. So, with her personality like that, it is insane that she thought it was a good idea to get with a man like Jeezy. A man that don't take bullshit. Obviously, he's going to leave when he's tired, right? So, obviously, he's tired of behind the scene bullshit that she's, she has, right? Her probably behind the scene attitude. And now, she's the type of woman, right? She's on that, what is it? I don't think it's The View or whatever. One of those female talking, daytime talk shows. Yeah. Those women are notoriously single, divorced, and their attitude and hard to deal with. Look at any one of them, right? Any one of those shows, those women are chronically single, chronically divorced, and attitude-filled kind of women. So, I'm surprised she would get with a man that stay in those attitude, right? Don't stand it. Don't does not um, does not take bullshit, right? Does not take attitude lightly.
I had the whole conversation on the importance of respecting your man, because when a man decides that he is going to chuck the deuce and leave, it's very hard to reel him back in. It's better to fix it while you in the house with this man, instead of giving him the opportunity to go out there and taste and see. Okay? Letting him go get, pick different options. Now he getting back, when he's in this husband mode, family man mode, it's better to fix the whatever issues you got going on while he in the house with you, while he's willing to work on it with you. Instead of letting him revert back and say, oh, wait, I'm an old player. Wait, hold up. I could have somebody, a different person every day of the week. Let me get out of here. Let me remember who I am. You see, once he starts to remember who he is, it's going to be real hard for you to try to reel him back in. You could use a baby as leverage as much as you want to, and that baby is very cute. Okay? That baby is very cute. You could use the family structure. You could use everything as you want for leverage, but you see, once his mind is ticked off from you, it's very hard to hit that switch back on. Very hard. Because no matter how cute you are, how beautiful you are, how good you put it down, no matter what, once a man starts to see you in a negative light, all he gonna see is that negativity. He gonna see the negativity in a cute dress. Negativity speaking to me with a soft tone. As I'm saying all these things, people, oh, women, oh, you don't like women, you this, you that, oh, how you talking about this? And now it has been reported that she is trying to save her marriage. So he said he don't want to be with you, and she's trying to save her marriage. Would that not give us an inclination that maybe she has contributed to the demise of the relationship? And now she wants to do whatever she can to salvage it because she knows that she had a strong part to play. A lot of people have reported that, she done moved people in the house. She has, walked the child to school, and he don't want nobody to know when they live. Like, a lot of people have reported a lot of different things. We haven't heard from either one of them. But as I said in my primary video, all of the things listed that I just named, they all fall under one umbrella. And that umbrella is respect. If you respect me, you'll respect our space. If you respect me, you'll respect what I say. As your protector, as your leader, as your covering. If you respect me, you won't speak to me in a certain manner. If you respect me, you'll ask me questions before you just have people rolling up in our space. And again, what's so interesting whenever all this happens is that, people have so much to say. Oh, y'all over there being mad at Jeannie when he ain't no good. He ain't this. Obviously, he's something that she's trying to save her marriage, honey. Obviously, so he's some kind of good.
That is something, right? I saw this video pretty much trashing him, saying, because he left his two baby mamas. How could you be surprised that he's leaving her? I suspect, again, these are assumptions, right? That he is the type of man that is a no bullshit type of man. And most women don't know what to do with those type of men, right? Most women probably don't even get with those type of men, right? Men that they won't take shit, right? Like, if you're on their bad side, let's say they're voicing their displeasure, right? You don't listen to it, well, they're not gonna say it again and again and again. They will end it. Like, I'll walk away. Like, shit like that, right? In this age where, he probably voiced his displeasure a couple times, right? Not like other relationships or other people where they're going to continuously say it. And they may continuously say it for years. He's that person, well, he will say it a few times, and if she don't listen, well, he's done. He will willingly, easily walk away. And most women don't know how to deal with those type of men anyway, and they may not even want to deal with those type of men, right? Men that like, I ain't taking bullshit. I ain't. You gonna follow what I say or not? And that's it. If you don't follow, cool. I'm walking. We'll separate. Men that don't care, like literally men that don't care. And women have, I've seen it. I've seen comments that they talk crap about him, but again, these women, there are certain women that want this man. Obviously, his wife does, right? His wife wants to still be with him. Obviously, she's trying to fight for it, so she wants to be with him. And I gotta say, she's like what, almost 40, I think. So she may realize that, a broken marriage now is pretty much a death sentence, right? Because the chances are not that great for her to find the next relationship or a next relationship that she wants, right? So, and this is her second marriage already. So really, it's like divorce the second time, going to the next one. What do you think the next man will be? So, I think that I'm surprised that she's fighting for it, right? Because women like this, right? Modern day women, they will just give up, right? Another divorce, whatever. The grass is always greener. I'll find another one. So I'm surprised, but it's interesting that she's fighting for it.
When he put a ring on her finger and all of that before, y'all was singing his praises. Talking about how he is such a good man. Now all of a sudden, when it looks like possibly a woman could be to blame, y'all gotta be, oh, as good as a man he is, we gotta throw him out. Cause she gonna make the women look bad and we gotta support our women. Now when people have seen that she is now fighting to save her marriage, the sisterhood goes silent. They don't have no opinion. They don't got nothing to say. I'm just in the strong belief that the sisterhood is against rekindling or working on or fixing or maintaining. You see, they just want you to either be the cookie cutter perfect picture and have no slip ups and nobody don't do nothing wrong, or if somebody does something wrong, you have to quit immediately, abort mission. No
facts, right? You gotta think, right? Marriage is pretty much a coin toss, right? About 50-50. 50%, about 50% of marriages end in divorce. Almost 80% or more is filed by women. Women give up. They give up on marriages. I think, most marriages, after the first few hiccups, they give up. Right? Once they feel like, oh, the love is gone, boom, let's just end it. There's really no working on a marriage anymore. You're not working on it. You're not trying to make a marriage work. You're not trying to make it better. Or you just give the false sense that you're trying. You're not actively really trying. So, and I think it's women who's really giving up and not really trying. I think that's the modern day women's motto. Just give up and find the next man. So,
saving. No keeping it together. No saving the family. No saving the marriage. Listen, she is doing what she should. If she is trying to save her marriage, that's what she should do. She should try to save it. Because as a woman, when you go out there to that dating world, you have a child, you got, a whole bunch of stuff going on between the two of y'all. You have a whole united front family structure, especially him being the good man that, you know, she was singing his praises and saying that he is. She like, okay, let me not play around. The joke is, when he said that the relationship was gonna be done when I did this, I didn't really think he meant it was really gonna be done. Let me get it together. Hold up. Oh, this not funny no more. Oh, he said he wanted a divorce? Oh, no. Oh, let me go over here, babe. Hold up. Sorry. Flag on the play. Let's fix this. I'm gonna get it together for real this time. I'm not gonna mess around. If she's able to fix her marriage, I bet you they're never leaving each other. Okay? If she is able to rekindle, I bet you she is not going to leave him ever. It's a strong possibility that she's either going to fall all the way in line, or she going to mess it up and he going to leave again. It can either go one or two ways. What I say before in the previous video about this, either you're going to bend, and bending is falling in line, or you're going to fold. And that's when you mess up, act the fool, and then he leave again. That's the only option. That's the only option.
Let me see something.
I always knew that my mom had a really hot temper growing up. And it wasn't until she started opening up recently because of Hello Honey that I started asking things, and I realized she got it from her dad. And her dad then spawned it onto all the kids, so they all have it. And then I didn't really recognize that I had it too until I'm with Jeezy, when I would lash out in ways where...
You think that's a normal way to communicate?
Right,
because that's
every
what you saw.
person's normal way of communicating is what they grew up in.
Yes.
Period. However you grew up is what you think is okay, but it's not. And the second one is every single person in my family is divorced. Every one of them. There is not one successful marriage.
Yeah.
And so today, Jeezy and I both, and he comes from the same pattern in his family, so we are really careful, like, what do we do to make sure we don't hit those same odds? What do we do to make sure we don't get in that same pattern? And part of that is being self-aware, to call yourself out that you could be the problem. And some of your ways of reacting could really throw fuel into the fire.
That's not easy to do.
Yo, it's a daily process, but it actually builds the love and the romance.
Absolutely.
So we're working on it. Pray for us. You know? I always...
Well, that was a clip that I figured, you know, for her to talk about. She might be, you know, the reasoning for the divorce. Like I said, he's probably the type of man who's like, I ain't taking bullshit. I ain't taking crap. I'm tired of it. You're not changing to the way I want it. And, you know, you chose the man, right? So if you want to be with him, well, the consequence, the thing is, you have to change the way he wants it. This is how it is. I wanted to say, right, that I wanted to make this video more about, I think feminism, right, and the attitude that feminism has brought women, right? First, black women, being so aggressive, being hard to deal with, not a type of woman, right, that brings men peace. I think that poison, right, the poison of modern day women ideology, right, their attitude, their aggressiveness, their masculinity, is slowly but surely affecting Asian women as well. Okay? I think, and the issue is, right? More issue is, right? Is that since Asian women are, one, either dating American-born Asian men, or two, dating and or marrying outside their race, I think men are just not dealing with those attitude, right? Men are tired of it, are tired of the aggressiveness, tired of the attitude, the supposed, the kind of masculinity that women are exuding now. One, like black women, but now I think more and more Asian women are doing that, right? Being so feminist, right? I think that's affecting Asian women, okay? With the attitude, and, men can only deal with that for so long. So, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, like, you can see that whole group. I think one is divorced, one is like, has a boyfriend, the other one has no one. I think they're, like I said, just like a bunch of chronically single women. So, I don't know. What do you guys think?